some of these people, these debunkers, right? I know I talk about them a lot, but they're a problem. I mean, I think it's actually a cult. There's a cult. I mean, they accuse online a lot. You'll see debunkers talking about the UFO cult. It's a cult. People that believe in UFOs, like people like me, I'm assuming I would be thrown into this cult that they're talking about. I would be part of this cult that they imagine to exist. But actually, I'll tell you who's a member of the cult. It's the debunkers themselves. These people who are hell bent on not just closing their eyes to the evidence. Okay, they close their eyes, close their ears. They're like the monkeys in the picture. The three monkeys. Covering their mouths, their ears, and their eyes. Like you try to show them something, you try to explain something to them, you try to show them the historical background of different cases. You try to they just don't want to read it. They're like, I don't know what you're talking. They put their hand over their eyes, like, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see it. I don't know I can't see it. You're not showing me anything. That's because you're not looking. You're not looking. That's what they're doing. They're absolutely, completely, absolutely fool. They're complete foolish. It's just, so they're poisoning. They poison the minds of people who are on the fence on this. That's what they do. They poison their minds. They try to make the UFO. They still, even with the Pentagon stuff coming out, the Pentagon coming out saying that there are objects out there we can't explain. To them, now they're starting to think there's a conspiracy theory that with regard to they're the ones saying there's basically a conspiracy theory now. That maybe the Pentagon's doing this for some sort of control reasons. That's foolish. For one thing, right? Obviously there's a conspiracy by some group within the government, some faction within the government to keep this reality that there's an extraterrestrial presence on Earth secret. There's been no question about that. There is no doubt about that. If you did your research, if you looked into this, if you studied this whole thing, looked at the history of it, right? Again, I can't say much. I always bring these books up a lot. UFOs and the National Security State, Volumes 1 and Volume 2 by Richard Dolan. They're must-read books. I mean, it's an education. It's an education. It's if you want to enlighten yourself, right? Read those books rather than go on the internet and says, I just don't think it could be this or that. You're pretending. You're trying to set yourself up like some smart guy on the internet, right? But you look stupid to somebody who's done research. Like, to me, these people who talk like this, or they're not sure. They a lot of them sound smart. That there was this some people up there. They'll they come off as intelligent people. They know how to write, and they really do a nice job of presenting their case. But at the same time, in the final analysis, they're complete idiots. They look like dum-dums to me, dum-dums, because they haven't done their research. They don't do enough to enlighten themselves on this situation. It could seem like it's fantastic, but it's really not that fantastic. It's not that fantastic that there's beings from other planets that are coming here from someplace else. There's nothing that fantastic about it. It's just the way it is. It's as fantastic as we are here as human beings. Right? It's fantastic, but I mean, this is, it's not any more fantastic than our own existence, right? That it's just that they're the ones that are coming here are obviously more technologically advanced than we are. Obviously the whatever civilization they have is actually it had more time to evolve and reach a different plateau than where ours is right now. That's all that's going on here. It's not science fiction. You shouldn't think of it that way. It's not some sort of science fiction movie or story, or it's not. It's science fact. There's something here. And by continually closing your eyes to it, I don't see, I don't know what you're talking about. That's because you're not looking. You're not studying this situation. You've actually fallen into what you're trying to. You're basically projecting. You are projecting, right? You're projecting, the cult that you have become part of onto the people that are serious about this. That's what's going on here. You're in the cult. not the people. Now, granted, right? There are some nuts out there, right? That, okay, Heaven's Gate, okay, for instance, right? There's a lot of different things like that out there, right? But for the most part, right, people who are serious about this, people who have studied the situation, understand that there is something going on here. There's something coming to this planet, and it's just, I'd like to know more about them. I'd like to know what they're up to, right? Are they just here to observe, or are they manipulating us in some way, right? Are they the ones who put us here? There's a lot of different questions, no answers. And you know what? The problem is there would be some answers if our government, because of, most likely the top reason, because of defense concerns, because they feel like, okay, we could reverse engineer this. We can't tell the public about it. That's probably the top reason. And of course, there's other reasons too, religious concerns, the stock market, who knows? There's probably a ton of different reasons that they don't want to come out with this information, and they're keeping a secret. But it's not right that they're keeping this secret, and it's not right that they've been keeping it secret for all these decades. It's insane. It's actually insane. But again, I think people out there, you're in a cult. If you're going to continually fool yourself like this, you look like idiot. Like some of the statements I see out there written by some people, some smarty pantses out there that think they're smart on this. They're smart in other ways, a lot of them, right? But not when it comes to this. You look like idiots. You look like total morons. That's what I got to say. You look like morons when you talk about this because you just don't know what you're talking about. You have not done any research. You come off like the Michael Shermers and the Joe Nichols. It's like you're basically whatever they told you to think. That's what you're thinking. You're not thinking for yourself on this. Do some research, and then you'll be able to think for yourself.